I can hear the cooler because it's 30 degrees on Christmas Day. Yeah, I'm filming on Christmas. Who'd have thought? Hello. I also have the Die Hard shirt on because it's my only Christmas shirt. I'm a man of many tastes. So this will be the Christmas haul, basically. I got some other stuff that I'm going to start with that pre-Christmas stuff that I got from the eBays and whatever. So let's get into it. Firstly, for variety, we've got Fangs. This one is the slipcover variant, which is a beautiful glossy slipcover. This film is also technically called Holy Wednesday. It's not a religious thing, it's just because the guy brings his snakes on Wednesdays and they get fed. I did watch it, actually. It's a bloody weird film, to say the least. But you get your Blu-ray. This is from Dark Force Entertainment. It's a new 2K scan of the uncut version of Holy Wednesday from a 35mm camera negative. Not a bad print, to be fair. It's outside of a couple of cigarette burns in the top right-hand corner and a couple of specks and dirts because, of course, you know, and the occasional sequence that has just a lot of lines running through it. It's not the worst print and a pretty good transfer as an overall. It doesn't come with anything else outside of an alternate opening, which doesn't really do much, and some stills of archives and ads, which is not bad. But it is all regions and 91 minutes. I was going to say, if you're into eco-horror, I would recommend it, but it's not really an eco-horror. It's definitely still a man who has snakes, gets mistreated by townsfolk, and then uses his snakes as revenge. And you think that's, oh, he gets his snakes and sends them out, and they're all going to go and kill people. But no, they just go to his farm, and he just kills them off one by one. It's hilarious. It's really extravagant. If you're into that kind of 70s cinema, which is like uber low budget but fun as hell and strangely kinky, hence the whole her seeming to have an orgasm from a snake, that's the movie for you. Then we have from Eureka a old Blu-ray called Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte, which is part of the Lee Gambin collection in this case, with a essay, limited edition collector's booklet featuring Lee's essay, which is really nice. It's just a single Blu-ray release. I think it's a new scan, actually. I'm trying to get this booklet out, but my nails are not long enough. There we go. It's a pretty chunky booklet, actually. It is a just 1080p presentation. It does have a new and exclusive feature-length commentary with critic Kat Ellinger, which is also great. I believe I just friended her. Shit, did I just friend Kat on bloody Facebook the other day? Where's my phone? I think I did. I think I'm friends with Kat on Facebook, which is weird, but great. You know, you can't go wrong. Let me just double check. Yep, I am friends with Kat Ellinger on Facebook. I have no idea if she knows who I am. Doesn't matter. She was friends with Lee, and I had friends say, you should add her on Facebook. She's great. I mean, she is. She's done wonderful commentaries and essays and video essays and the like. But yeah, so this booklet, which has a nice illustration on the inside. I won't show off any of the images because outside of it being in-depth, because it has a huge photo gallery, there's apparently a lot of spoilers in the images because there's a lot of images in this essay. But you do get this essay that Lee did titled, You're a Vile, Sorry Little Bitch. Oh my god. From a Jezebel to a Hollis, looking at the Southern Gothic hysteria in Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte. I love that it even says the following contains spoilers. Yeah, you'd bet. It's about 5-6 pages, but it does have nicely like alternate posters on the inside as well. It's a really nice release. It's well out of print, but really nice. One of those, man, I love how Eureka used to do this. Wonderful. The next two are from, again, eBay as well, from Umbrella. These are the old out of print Blu-rays. Silver Bullet, I got the 4K from Scream Factory or Kino. I think it was Scream Factory the other week for like $30 on eBay, which is fine, good. I was happy with it. New 4K scan, looks fantastic. Commentaries up the wazoo. But I wanted this version because this version comes with the wolf with... No, not that one. Oh, do commentary... No, not that one. Where the hell is it? There we go. Dino's Angel takes on lycanthropy. Martha De Laurentiis remembers Silver Bullet. The one featurette out of, like, 2 interviews and a isolated score sections and audio interview of composer Jake Chataway and an audio commentary. All of that stuff is on other releases, including the Scream Factory one. But this one has the one interview with Martha De Laurentiis. The other one, the Scream Factory, has a fucking commentary, which is great still, but Lee worked on this. So I'm happy to have it. It's actually a nice release. I borrowed it from friends a few weeks ago. Has the alternate artwork on the inside, which is really cool. I would change it, but I don't really need to at the same time. I guess there's no reason not to. It is nice artwork. However, I also got, and these were both mint condition, like in their plastic still, which is great, The Entity, which is very out of print. This one, I believe it's Finding a Voice, a conversation with composer Charles Bernstein, or it's Robert McNaughton Remembers the Entity. One of the two of them features a interview with Lee Gambon. Again, this is one of those, these two both have the on-screen questions and then the person answers, so Lee wrote those questions. But this, again, just has the reversible art, which is the same. Just removes the M-Rated sticker. These two were difficult to finally get around to buying. Easy to get, realistically. There was a good selection, like Silver Bullet, that was the only one on eBay, but this one had a couple of variations on eBay. I was able to ask the sellers if they could drop the prices because I had a $100 gift card from my work, which was wonderful. And I could spend it on whatever because it was $100. It's free money. Obviously, that's what a gift card is. So I used it on these two. It sucks that two is $100. It actually was 108, actually 113 initially. Made it 108 because of eBay Plus made it $5 cheaper. Then I had to ask the person with the Silver Bullet one if they would drop the price by a bit, and they did. So I got it for $40. And I had to ask this person if they would drop the price for this because I only had $58 left, and they dropped it down to $57, which is what I needed. So now I've got $1.50 left on the card, which I'm probably never going to use. And I got these two films for free, and that was beautiful because it almost finishes my Lee Gambon collection, which I'm fucking excited for. I'll be making a video next year at the end of Jan, hopefully, with every single thing that I've gotten. So, yeah. Now we get into the Christmas stuff. This is a variation. I'm going to start with the biggest one that means the most, so we'll do that first. There's no real preface for this. This is the frame. I already had the vinyl. It was part of Lee's collection, hence it has the token up at the top right-hand side, which says from the collection of Lee Gambon. This is Godspell. It was one of his favorite films. It is of the vinyl, the record. I'm going to be really careful of this so I don't drop it. This is a frame. I bought the frame. The frame hooks onto a wall, as you can see there. It actually has a design mechanism, which is why you've got to be careful because it slides, where you hook it onto the wall and then you pop it up and slide it forward. You can actually slide it off if you wanted to, but you can slide it forward and then slot in the vinyl. It cannot be in a plastic anything. It basically has to be the exact vinyl as it is, which is annoying for Godspell because it's peeled around the outside, so it basically opens up when it's not meant to. But as it goes, it's now securely locked away in this. There's no lock or anything, but I can, when I eventually screw it onto the wall, because you can do that, which is great, it'll be there on display in a nice, beautiful gold frame. It's $40 at JB. I figured, I mean, why not? They had a $20 one, but the $20 one just looked like a regular picture frame. This one you could change things around, so like, take the vinyl out. So if I want to display my Laserdisc for Creature from Black Lagoon, if I want to display another vinyl I have, I also got Xanadu from Lee's collection, but Godspell meant the most, and is the one I want to display with its little card saying that it was from his collection. I don't like that the price is on it because it's expensive. Then again, I'm wanting to buy a new vinyl that's $85, so I guess that's not too dramatic. But yeah, so it's just a nice thing. It's the shitty flea market brand thing, so it actually has instructions on the back, which comes out as an extra little fold out. You can show different kind of art style. This isn't an ad for it, but this is just if you have a record, you can buy this stuff. It is relatively, cheap, as you can see there. You just slide it out. So hence Godspell. And I just bought that because I bought it for myself for Christmas. It was the only thing I bought for myself for Christmas. But I bought it for myself for Christmas as a fan of the JB, the Friday before Christmas. I was like, I'll buy that. I'll wrap it up, make it a nice thing, frame it, brag about it online, I don't know, and go from there. What else did we get? The biggest surprise was this. This is the biggest surprise. This is Godzilla History of Formative Arts from 1954 to 2016. This is a book. It's a big book. I've been wanting to buy this for a couple of years now. It's been on Amazon. It is huge, obviously. I don't even know where I'm going to put it. I'm really, really happy I did this by accident. I bought my brother's girlfriend a video game that he wanted her to get as a Resident Evil, so I pre-ordered it, whatever, and they said they would get me a surprise. And luckily when Sam was over, a couple weeks ago, he looked and realized I had 2 Godzilla books, one of which he bought for his friend, and he's like, I'll grab this one because it doesn't look like he has it. Thank God. So when I opened it like this, and I was like, oh, that looks like, and I turned around like, oh my God, I don't have this. It was the only one I was genuinely surprised by, because I'm like, oh my God, I don't have this, and I've actually wanted it. And yeah, big history, and of course it has images from films, it has behind the scenes images, it's a book of images. That's all it is, which is mostly why I never bought it, because it's a book of images. I'm trying my best, it's very heavy. The best section, I think, is simply for the start of the film, the start of the book, which is is the first film. They got images from the film, which became promotional stills, but then they got shit like this, where it's behind the scenes, which I really like. Seeing the behind the scenes of just what Godzilla looked like. They do have different images showing all the different Godzillas over the years. And the last few pages, it talks about Shin Godzilla there. Hold on. Give me a sec. They have the promotional images from the very first film, including one that I love, which is that one with him with a guitar, with the main actress in like a... Well, it looks like they're in Hawaii. But then you got the infamous one of her with Godzilla, where it looks like they're going on a date, which is really cute. So it's just nice to have these. This is Godzilla in the Entertainment magazine from 54 to 55. So yeah, obviously it's a this kind of a book. It's annoying to have to display it. Obviously there are much more videos online that showcase what it is, but again, it depends on if you were after that kind of thing. Because it was a surprise for Christmas, wonderful, 10 out of 10. I would not have bought it myself realistically, because it is just a book of images, but it encapsulates some great behind the scenes and stuff that I really like. My only quirk is that there's not enough Hedorah in it for my liking. There should be more, and they should have had posters in it as well. Like if they showed posters from the film as well, like the American and the Japanese ones as they went along, as well as all these production stills and whatever, that would have been great. But it's a really interesting book as an overall. But yeah, it's very much a coffee table kind of book. For my dad, my partner bought him Beetlejuice, the Steelbook, which he opened about a week ago, because she was only over a week ago and wasn't able to be here at my place for Christmas. It turned out better because my brother had bought me this film, the standard 4K, so the benefit of the doubt is that I don't hate this movie. I didn't like this movie. I wasn't huge on it. I figured, look, the best thing to do is to get my partner to buy it for Dad for Christmas, so then he can, you know, watch the film. And it's a steelbook because it was a few dollars extra, like a few. This was the artwork for the regular version, just that. So I prefer this. It's not fantastic. I'm not huge on it. It's a matte finish, which I appreciate, but I do also have the steelbook for the first film, so it just seemed easier. It was a whole thing. Like my brother called my dad and he's like, "Hey, does Julian have the Beetlejuice film?" And Dad couldn't find the Beetlejuice film, and because I've got it up there with the steelbook's not down there where it used to be, because the steelbooks used to be down there. I've moved the room around. If you see my recent movie tour video, you'll know that. But the thing is, he still bought the second film, and so when Helene, my partner, gave my dad this gift, Dad showed it to Noah, and Noah was like, oh shit, and realized what had happened, and he ended up going to JB to buy me something else, and I was there for that. Mostly because I wanted to stop in at my friend's place because they lived around the corner, but also because he was buying me this Sasquatch Sunset. I cannot pronounce that if I wanted to. Sasquatch Sunset. It's the film where they're all dressed up as fucking Sasquatches and they have sex and shit. Yeah, it was like $10 cheaper to get this anyway. And I figured, look, he's on a budget. He might as well just get me something cheaper, even though he was meant to get me one of this big Blu-ray box sets. But I guess he didn't get the memo. Doesn't matter. It's paid for by other people. It's fine. It became a combined gift. But this is good. This is, I would have preferred this 100 times over Beetlejuice, even though I haven't even seen this, but it's because I missed it in cinemas. So that's how it goes. More from my partner. Helene got me this. We actually ordered these from Pop Culture. I ordered them for like $100 and got her to pay me back for it because I was like, well, I would like this for Christmas. Not exactly this one, but they had a sale on that allowed this and another one to become cheaper. Obviously, that's what a sale does, but if you get $100, it's free shipping. So I figured, well, if I had this one, it makes this one like $10, and the other one technically retail price, and you get free shipping because the other one was $70. It actually, I think 80, and it came down to like 60. But either way, this guy glows in the dark. I'm not huge on these designs for the creature. If you know me, you know I love the creature from Black Lagoon, but I'm much more of a original design. But I don't mind this specific variation, especially because he glows in the dark. I do have one from this second film that just like glows in the light. So you shine a torch on him or whatever, or look through him through the light, and it goes through. He's made of plastic. See-through plastic. Of course it glows in the fucking light. But this guy's cooler, he's smaller, he's not bad for the Super 7 monsters range. I'm not huge on the Super 7. But of course, to contrast that, you do have the actual NECA black and white version of the creature, which is what I wanted. I've been wanting this for about a year now. I just hesitated from buying it because I was like, oh, I could buy it for my birthday or get my brothers to buy it, but then they ended up getting me something else. So I got him for Christmas from my girlfriend. Which works better because, you know, again, makes it easier for her to not have to buy me, to have to look for something, whatever. And we had a budget. That means she spends $100 on me, I spend $100 on her, easy peasy, because we're just like that. And yeah, just makes it easier. I've got him now. I've got the color variation as well, which I've had on. I used to have him on display in here, but now he's in my room since I moved rooms, and now he can be on display in a shelf in there. It makes it easier. So I'll have this guy probably out on display in here next to my big money bank version of him that's also in black and white. But that's just... I'm tired. Second last, at least for this clip or whatever I do for this video, we got this guy. This looks like Robbie the Robot. He's a wind-up toy. Obviously, you wind him, he walks. He's not actually Robbie the Robot. He's known as Space Robot. It's obviously a knockoff version, but my parents got it at a place called Dalesford, which is up near Ballarat, Bendigo area, in the middle north of Victoria. They actually got this, they found a vinyl for my brother, they got this for me because they thought it looked cool, and of course I love Robbie the Robot, I love all those B-movie sci-fis, and I know obviously it's not actually him, I know that's very obvious, because licensing and shit, but he walks, and it's cute, because again, you know, and it all flashes in the middle. It's designed based on the original versions that you could wind up and watch them walk. I think that's cool. I just like it. It's nice, it's shiny, it's cool. My uncle appreciated it. He thought it was cool. And last but not least, for the Christmas stuff, we have this. This one I actually got ordered about a month during the Black Friday sales. Columbia Classics Volume 3. It's obviously not in the best condition. You can actually see that there is paint chipped there, and I think there's a dent here, but of course because the J-card was covering it, you couldn't see the dent, but again, didn't damage the discs or cases, and I don't really care much for this thing anyway. But anyway, I got it for one film. It's very shiny, so I'm not going to have it do that. It does come with the booklet. The J-card is inside, holding the two together. Comes with the booklet, which I've got one of these. Okay, it's buried. I think I've got two of these, Volume 1 and maybe Volume 4, or maybe Volume 2 and 4. Maybe just Volume 2? You know, I can't remember. I don't think I've got Volume 1, because I had, like, Lawrence of Arabia, and it became exceedingly expensive and rare. But as it is, I got this one. All these films are great. I've seen three or four of them. I'll tell you when I show them what they are. But, of course, it, you know, has images behind the scenes to show of love, essays talking about them, all this kind of stuff. It does come with a bonus disc at the back, which is actually the TV miniseries for one of the films. Annoyingly, it just is in that sleeve. It's a Blu-ray, not a 4K, which is nice, but it's like, I don't want it to scratch, but it's just in there. I took it out once, it was like, oh, that's that, and I can't put it in the case, which is annoying because one of these cases has 3 discs, but the one that this is a bonus disc for doesn't have 3 discs, like the slot for it. I'm like, why did they do that? That's so stupid. That's annoying. Maybe they just didn't want me to throw out this. I wouldn't have thrown it out. I like this stuff. Now, of course, it does come with several Blu-rays and 4Ks. We get It Happened One Night, which I do have the Criterion of, but this is, you know, 4K restoration. It comes with a bonus film, which is the remake from 1956. You can't run away from it. 1956 remake of It Happened One Night, starring Juna Allison and Jack Lemmon, newly remastered in HD, which is on the UHD disc, which is interesting. So yeah, and it comes to, stuff about Frank Capra, a bunch of audio commentaries and stuff. It doesn't have alternate artwork. This, because it's the British version, didn't come with sleeves. So if you're in the US and you are like, where's the sleeves? They don't have them. These ones don't have them, which, to be fair, I don't mind. I think the one I have, one of the other Columbia Classic setups I have comes as a sleeves because it is the US version, but I believe I have the UK version for one of them. I think volume 2. I think it's volume 4 or 5 I have as a American version, but the slips are in the box, not on the regular ones, because I put them on the shelf. I put them individually, like, on the shelf, which annoys me only because there's no barcode, so I have to just look as it goes and be like, oh shit, that goes there. Yeah, it's really fun. We have, as I mentioned before, From Here to Eternity. I do like how they have the original artwork, which is great. Obviously, it's the UK version, so it has the UK region stuff. This is a thicker case, which you'd expect would still have the room for a third disc, but it just fucking doesn't. That's why I was surprised that it didn't say in the bonus features that it came with the extra version, because again, look, two discs. You could have put an extra disc slot there, or made this slot a 2-pack slot, which they have done for another one. I don't know why they didn't do it for this one. But this one at least still has a making of the 1980 pilot. It's the 1979 miniseries, I think it is, that's on the thing. The J card does tell you that it comes with the miniseries. This just doesn't because it's not in this case. And again, the Blu-ray disc also has its own special features, which are different to what's on the 4K disc. Because I'm curious in a way to know if it's that isolated, like that's on that disc and that's on that disc. Because if it isn't, if everything's already on the 4K disc, which it probably won't be, I could like put the other bonus disc in here, but it won't be. It won't be that easy. It never is. This one, which I'm very happy to finally own, To Sir With Love. Another reason I was grateful to grab this version is because it comes with the TV pilot. No, wait, hold on. 1974 TV pilot on 4K and a tribute to Sidney Poitier. Oh, that's nice. But look at that Blu-ray disc. All those special features. 2 commentaries. To Sir With Love 2. That's the one. I knew what it was. I was just making a rabble. All these special features on the second disc with To Sir With Love 2. Again, you get the pilot on that. Strange how they just have that on the 4K disc. Yeah, it must be a bonus, like, SDR kind of thing. But yep, 4K, Blu-ray. I like how it has different artwork for each disc. Good amount of effort in this kind of a set. But yeah, just the fact that it also just, on the Blu-ray disc, has the second film. Like, the second film was a TV movie with Poitier, set, like, 20 or so years later, so that'd be nice to look at, I guess, sure. Then this is a upgrade from a Cinema Cult version I had, The Last Picture Show. I believe this is from the Criterion print. I think they did a print, but it does have both cuts in the special features, as you can see, the 1999 director's cut and the theatrical cut. Plus, the bonus disc also has the director's cut. I don't think the theatrical cut is actually on the... includes the 1999 director's cut on one disc and the 1971 theatrical version on its own disc. Because this is the one that has 1, 2, 3 discs. So, 2 discs for the director's cut on the... Does it tell you? Oh, theatrical version, director's cut, definitive director's cut, and this is the definitive director's cut on Blu-ray. Which is interesting that they don't have the theatrical cut on Blu-ray. But again, it does have a slew of special features on the Blu-ray disc, which is great. So, that's good. I don't know which one I'll watch. I haven't seen it yet. One of those classics. Julian, you bought the Blu-ray years ago and you still haven't watched it. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. This is the one I really wanted. This is Annie. She's a girl with no soul, apparently. Lee worked on this, apparently. I don't even know which one he worked on because there's so many special features here, but it comes with 2 films. It's actually got Little Orphan Annie, the rare 1932 movie adaptation of the Harold Gray comic, newly remastered in HD, on the 4K disc, no less. But as you can see there, it has a slew of special features. I believe they call it a metric fuck ton of special features. But yeah, I don't even know which one Lee worked on. It might have been My Hollywood Adventure of Eileen Quinn, I think it's actually pronounced. Maybe the Revisiting Annie with Eileen Quinn, or Behind the Music with Charles Strauss. One of those I think he worked on. I know he worked on one of them, I just don't know which one yet. I just know that he worked on it, and it was only on this release, and I hated that because I'm like, this release is $200, and then it became 140, and I'm like, ooh, and it's Black Friday, ooh, maybe I can get it for Christmas. So I mentioned it to my mum, and she was like, we'll split it 3 ways. Mum and Dad can do 50, my brother can do 50, my younger brother, who was on a budget at the time because he just got back from, well, he would be getting back from his trip overseas, can do 40. I guess I never mentioned it to him because I guess I wouldn't have gotten Sasquatch Sunset, so instead my parents paid for the whole 50 to $100, I guess, and my other brother gave me 50, so maybe 90-50. Yeah, sure, that works. I don't really care. I still got Sasquatch, so I'm happy I got it. My parents gave me money for Christmas as well as other things because I guess the economy's great. Sure, I don't know. I'll take what I can get, you know. So, yeah. Anyway, last but not least, I have the imprint version of this, but at least, sure, why not? As good as it gets. I haven't even watched the imprint version, but I watched this film when I was in my youth anyway. Has, again, a slew of special features, which is good. It's nice. It's good. It's a thin case, which makes it nicer to put on the shelf. For some reason, both discs are upside down. Beats me. But, yeah. It's heavy. But, yeah, that's the gist for Christmas. And for that, I don't think there was anything else. I might have something coming on Friday. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping. Oh, I'm picking up stuff from JB. Okay, so there'll be stuff after this with the JB stuff. So let's jump to that, and then I'll wrap it up. Alright, so I wasn't able to go to the stuff at JB because one of them needed to be shipped to the location where I'd ordered it from. They love when they do that. Anyway, I ended up going to Salvos. For $2, I got the Neverending Story 2 on DVD, which is a full widescreen aspect ratio, dual transfer DVD. I have not yet seen the first one, but I was looking for the first one. Turns out it's on Stan, and my mum has a subscription currently to Stan, which I'm going to utilize. So I'll also be able to watch this. Man, the video's gone yellow immediately. So that's just a little bonus to have Neverending Story 2. It'd be really funny if I don't even like the first one, but it was $2. So I'm like, it's not a shred off my back, realistically. And the last one, The World of Susie Wong. I'd actually posted about this on the Facebook page for Imprint, the Imprint page that all the fans are on, asking if anyone had a copy for sale. No one did, unfortunately. It's 1,000 units only. I had to get it in the end from eBay because the only seller who had it for $250, but I was able to get it for $190, actually. I had a $10 coupon and was able to get them to bargain it down to $200, and I was able to pick it up because they were like 20 minutes away from where I live, which was really convenient. Now, of course, the set does come with the Blu-ray of the World of Susie Wong and the Hollywood Chinese documentary. So it's 2 films in one thing, which is really great. It also comes with To Whom It May Concern, Carson's Journey, which is Brian Jamieson's feature documentary about the life of actress Nancy Kwan. So there's actually 3 films in this set, which is not bad, and again, I got it for $190, which sounds still tremendously expensive, which it was. It's a regular $70 set. However, I actually technically got it for free. Kind of. Mostly because, I've had the influx of, hey, here's some money for Christmas, for one thing, which wasn't enough to pay this off, but I literally was able to order, I sold a steelbook the same day that I purchased this, because I was, waiting to try to get that money. Look, I got a Scott Pilgrim shirt now, finally, from Rocking Fulton. It's so cool. I'll show off the whole thing, but as I talk. But I ended up, the plan was to get, wow. I'm so good at my job. I was like, okay, do I cave and just buy this set because Lee apparently worked on it? And I was like, I haven't found a single post of his online talking about it, nothing. And so I was going to buy it, was waiting to just find out if I could get the money some other way or whatever, and then bam, someone offered $170 for a steelbook set, and I was like, perfect, I get at least $130 from that, that's great, that'll pay off the majority of it, so I'll buy the box set, whatever. And as I was packing up the steelbook to sell, I realized that they were actually somewhere that was 10 minutes away from me. So I figured, I'll message them, see if we should organize a pickup, and I can cancel the order on eBay and they can pay me directly. So I'm going to do that after I film this video, so hopefully that turns out okay. But yeah, so I did actually open this up and take a look, because it does have the World of Susie Wong, which is, does have a good hefty amount of special features, from a commentary to a video essay to the documentary, as well as theatrical trailer and photo gallery, but it is My assumption is that Lee's contribution to this is the Kaleidoscope of Colors, The Fashion of Susie Wong, which is a video essay by cinema fashion historian Alyssa Rose. She was a good friend of Lee's, had worked on a bunch of different commentaries and a bunch of different projects with him, and she was even a presenter at maybe just one, I'm pretty sure 2 different Cinemaniac screenings, 2 that I've been to at least, one this year, after his passing, and one back in 2022 for Gun Crazy. I believe she presented that, at least from what I looked at the records on Facebook. But the assumption, at least my assumption, despite the fact that it doesn't actually credit him on the Blu-ray of the set, is that he still worked on it, because she still credits a thank you, at least, to him on Facebook. So I imagine maybe he just gave her some pointers, helped her to get the set produced, whatever. Like, oh, hey, I know the guys at Imprint, I'll get them to help you out to do this, video essay for this release. So, because Lee's just that kind of guy. He just knew a lot of people and was able to just get everything working. So, if he was what oiled the machine, that's all I need to know. Even if it's in the back of my head that it isn't actually credited on here because he didn't put any money into it or whatever, he just pointed the people in the right direction. That's really all I need. And of course, the Hollywood Chinese documentary, which also comes with Nancy Kwan on the world of Susie Wong, which is a 20-odd minute long interview from 2008. So, again, there's still a good, healthy amount of special features, some nice, interesting stuff. I'm very keen to actually look into this. You don't need to actually see the Susie Wong one, but at the same time, it's a good addition because this does have the Nancy Kwan interview, which, because she does talk about the world of Susie Wong. So yeah, but I also did do a juxtaposition because I knew that he had worked on the Beach. This is Lee's work. And so I put on the Blu-ray, looked at the special features, and again, there's no credits in any of it that actually references him. There is another video essay by Alyssa Rose, actually, and I imagine he just helped her to produce the both of them. So he's not credited on screen for either, which is perfectly fine, because again, I don't imagine he actually did a lot of on the actual Blu-ray set release. It's more of he just helped the people to put this, get the right people for the project kind of stuff. I could be wrong, if I ever talk to Alyssa about it, I'll mention it. I'll be like, hey, do you know what Lee did in contribution to these sets? But again, that's why usually even on the letterbox thing says that he just produced some of the featurettes, but there's no on the disc credits. The same goes for the Arrow video version of Witness. The Harrison Ford film, he worked on that, but there's no on-screen credits. There's no credits just in general, apparently, which is also why I didn't get the limited edition version, because outside of it sold out. Apparently, I'd imagine that the booklet wouldn't credit him, but it would have. It's Arrow. I imagine it would have, but still. The good news is, I have one left that I'm looking for. I just have Bloody Birthday to find, and that's with the original essay, and then that's it. I'm done. I've got friends helping me to find it, because they know the people who produced it. So if something comes of it, even if I'm just able to get a reprinted version of the essay, even if it's not with the Blu-ray, I can buy the Blu-ray separately. I'd be okay with that, because the set itself never actually credits the fact that there is a booklet by Lee. So, but for the most part, I've got everything else, almost. I'm just waiting for the stuff to come in the mail, which will be coming in the next couple of weeks, so there'll be a January video at some stage showing off that kind of stuff. Whether it's one big video, or if it's a collective, individual thing, each week, a new kind of mail video, but we'll see. Anyway, cut the credits. Okay, that was it. Thanks for watching. I assume you've just seen all the stuff I got from JB and maybe other mail stuff. I don't know. That's the future. I'm in the past. But that's all for this weekend. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you all had a good holiday, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever period you celebrate. Just time off, ideally. That's all I really care about. Just time off work. 2 days I'm getting paid for. I'll take it. My holidays next year in the early Jan. So I will be taking a break. I've got a video that should have already come out, which is my just end of year channel update, in which I'll also dictate that I'm going overseas. Not going overseas, I'm going to Tassie. It's technically overseas. There is an ocean, but it's not that, it's a strait. It's not an ocean. Anyway. Yeah. So this will be the last of these mail videos for the next 2 or 3 weeks. I imagine 2 weeks, because the week that I'm away, I won't have anything come out video-wise at all, because I just don't want to have to deal with that while I'm on holiday. I don't want to have to deal with YouTube. Are you kidding me? So the next video you'll see on my channel is next year, will be my what I watched in December. And then that'll be it for about a week and a bit. And I'll probably have filmed and edited some stuff to come out the week after I get back. If not, it'll start with a mail haul of what I got from Tassie and the mail in between there, and then that'll be it. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed these mail hauls this year, because they aren't going to be continuing to the best of my degree. I'll still have mail videos as it goes, but for the most part I'm dumbing down on just, hey, how about we just save some money? That'd be nice. So I've obviously bought a lot. Mostly stuff to do with Lee. All this stuff is mostly being Christmas gifts anyway, so that's nice, at least for this video. It gives me some kind of levity. But yeah, I want to actually watch what I bought now. I want to work on that. I want to watch the stuff that I bought that Lee worked on. I want to deal with that kind of stuff and just take my time in January to appreciate it all. And yeah, then there'll be some announcements at some stage in Jan. Hopefully, there should be. Hopefully before Feb, because some stuff is happening in February. Holy shit. Not video-wise. Oh, technically video-wise, but we'll get into that later. I gotta hype it up first. Anyway, stay tuned to my socials. You got my Instagram, my letterbox, my Facebook down below. Facebook, I don't post anything outside of when I do a video, so that's a thing. But Instagram, I do post on frequently with new hauls, life stuff, because I take pictures occasionally, not very often, but occasionally. On my story, I'm always posting about what movies I'm watching, because I just like doing that. So feel free to check that out down below. New Year's Day, if it's come out, it will come out in a couple of days, because I realized even this Monday isn't New Year's. I do have a podcast. I'm going to be on the Imprint podcast. So take a look at that. It's 3 hours long, or at least that was the runtime that we had. It's probably not going to be 3 hours, but it's pretty long. And we're looking at our favorite releases for the year from Imprint. So that's really exciting. Can't wait to hear people's reactions to that, because I ain't watching that again. I already lived it, and I was there. I'm like, good, that's done. I'll let everyone else deal with it. That's for the audience to decide. So, yeah, hopefully that spruces some interest in my channel from those lovely, fine people who enjoy Imprint stuff, much like myself. And we'll go from there. So, yeah. Alright, if you want more update stuff, again, it's all on my end-of-year update. And again, you can just check out my socials and follow me on Letterboxd and all that stuff to just see what I'm watching, see what I'm doing, and all that jazz. See you kids next year. Have a good one. Adios.